James Harden and Giannis have been playing great basketball this season, and while one guy has a great supporting cast around him, the other is simply dominating the stat sheet each night. Today, we're going to be talking about who should win MVP, James Harden or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cue that intro. The first guy I wanted to talk about is none other than James Harden, the former MVP from last year, of course. After a slow start to the Rockets season and the injury of Chris Paul, James Harden pretty much didn't have another choice but to score 30 or more points a night. And then after that, Clint Capella went down with injury, so his points increased even more. He, of course, went on an amazing streak of 32 straight games and averaged a ridiculous 41 points a game during that stretch. He's the only player since Will Chamberlain to do this since he was in the league. And during that period, and still now, the Rockets have been winning games left and right. They have clicked at the right time, especially since Chris Paul and Clint Capella are back. They're winning games. I really like the additions of Kenneth Faried, Austin Rivers. I think Austin Rivers, he's just a pretty decent playmaker, and he can sometimes make a good three-point shot. And Kenneth Faried has really rejuvenated his NBA career. He's still known for being a very energetic NBA basketball player, and he's done that right now with the Rockets. He can kind of shoot the three-point ball somewhat too, a little bit. And the Rockets, they look like a legitimate threat to the Warriors, but in my opinion, I still think they needed someone like Trevor Ariza or Luka Mabute just to add another great defender to their team. But surprisingly, the Rockets, since the All-Star break, has been ranked number one in the defensive ratings right now, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. And a lot of this has to do with James Harden, who's pretty much been carrying this Rockets team this whole entire season. He is the Houston Rockets system. Mike D'Antoni pretty much gives James Harden the ball and let him go to work. He's the best scorer in the league. And when you're averaging 36 points a game this season, that's something that you won't see in a very long time from now. I think if the Rockets, they stay healthy, Harden makes his shots in the playoffs, and if they continue to play pretty good defense, they could once again be somewhat of a big threat for the Warriors. And overall, I think that James Harden has been doing things that are just crazy in my opinion, because not only is he scoring so many amount of points, and of course he's dribbling the heck out of basketball, but he's doing this in the Western Conference, which is of course the toughest conference, and he's really helped keep this Rockets team pretty relevant, and they once again look like the title contenders. And now we move on to Giannis, who this season is having the best year of his career. The Bucks have the best record not only in the Eastern Conference, but the entire league. And the Bucks are the only team right now in the NBA that are top 5 in defense and offensive ratings. And most of this is because of Giannis, who's averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1.5 blocks. He's doing it all. He's only 24 as well too, so this is still only the beginning for him. He's not really in his prime yet either, so his game is still growing. What of course is making Giannis' case for MVP this season is his team success. The Bucks, they have another all-star caliber player in Chris Middleton. They have shooters and defenders. Brook Lopez is out here shooting 30-foot three-pointers like it's nothing. Malcolm Brogdon, he's a really good player in their system. Hopefully he comes back from injury really well. They have so many pieces on their team. And they have Mike Budenholzer, who is a well-established head coach in the NBA. Of course, he won Coach of the Year a few years ago in Atlanta, and now he has a great chance of possibly winning it again this year. And he's really helped Giannis' game elevate to an entirely new level. Since they're in the Eastern Conference, they have a good chance of even making the NBA Finals. The East is wide open right now. There's a chance for a numerous amount of teams, and Milwaukee are one of those teams right now. If Giannis plays very well in the playoffs, they have a good chance. He's a very loyal player to his organization, and that's really due to management, who's done a really great job developing Giannis and developing their other players who they've drafted, and they've surrounded him with really good talent. And this season, Giannis, it's really just a typical season for him, except that his team is actually finally winning games. But a lot of people have him winning MVP this season, and I see why. I think this is one of the closest MVP battles since James Harden and Russell Westbrook were competing for it. These two guys are having amazing seasons and their teams are winning. And if I had to pick who's the MVP right now and who should win it, of course, this season, it's James Harden. Look, Giannis will win an MVP award in his NBA career. But James Harden is not only just filling up the stat sheet, he's passing the ball. He's getting people involved, and their team has been winning. And the things that he's done this season are extremely historical. And the fact that he's in a loaded Western Conference where there are many teams that are extremely talented, he's gone out every night and compete at the highest level to have this team win games. When Chris Paul and Clint Capella went down for injury, James Harden showed exactly how great of a player he was by still maintaining a winning record while they were gone. And once they came back, everything went back to normal for them and they started winning even more games. The Bucks, Giannis, he's having a great year, and of course the Bucks, they're the best team in basketball, but Giannis, the only reason why he's really in the conversation is because the Bucks are a really good team this season, and Giannis has thrived in the new system of Mike Budenholzer. But if they gave the award to Giannis, I wouldn't be mad either, because this MVP race is extremely close and anybody could get it. It could be Harden or it could be Giannis. But what do you guys think? Who's going to win MVP? Let me know down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.